Good morning. This is Bill from Europa, Naples, and I'm here today with one of the best looking cars that I have ever seen. And what really makes that intriguing is that we're talking about a plug-in hybrid, a class of cars that very often, look like a combination between a duck and a shipping container. This car is gorgeous. It's a 2014 Cadillac ELR. It's something I had never heard about until fairly recently, and apparently I'm not alone. They made like 2,000 of these in 2014. They didn't sell a whole bunch, in part because of the shocking sticker price that came with this thing, about $76,000 to start. That's pretty incredible stuff. I mean, for that price, you can have a Cadillac ATS and some sort of plug-in hybrid, probably a Chevy Volt. And speaking of a Chevy Volt, this thing does have a little bit of a reputation of being the Cadillac Volt, which isn't entirely fair because while it does share, a significant part of the drivetrain with the Volt, it's like saying a Chevy Malibu is a lot like an XTS. Yeah, in theory, but not in reality. So Cadillac has done a bunch of stuff to this car to differentiate it. First of all, they've made it gorgeous. That's probably the most important step they took. Beyond that, it's longer, it's wider, it's a little bit taller, and of course dramatically better looking. Look at those headlights up front and the closed grille. This thing was based on the Converge concept car, a 2009 GM Auto Show Stunner, and does the trick of actually looking better than the car that inspired it. Look at that headlight assembly. There's enough LEDs in there to stop a prison break in Leavenworth. The closed grille, it's got the radar for the Distronic type cruise control and the Cadillac emblem. Incredible swooping front end, very raked. It looks like something you're going to see in a 1990s Star Trek movie, flying in to stop a plague in some godforsaken city in the middle of nowhere. And anyway, I'm rambling. The car is gorgeous. I'm just going to stop there. Look at those 20-inch wheels, sort of impractical in an electric car, but I think Cadillac decided they had to have them. Hockey stick shaped taillights that do approximate a little bit of the Cadillac fin, a very classic Cadillac touch, of course. You've got a rear spoiler back there. You've got a big, fantastic shark fin antenna, a long, swooping, graceful back end. This is something straight out of a science fiction book, and it really does look great. All right, that said, let's start inside the trunk and get to practicalities. Pinch a little guy right there. You can see it has a nice deep trunk, also a pass-through into the front. This is the carry bag for the charger, which does fit very neatly into this little area right here. So you got your charger on the go. It's 110. It takes about anywhere from 8 to 12 hours, so overnight, no problem. We'll have a look under the hood, but God knows why. I honestly know enough, as much about hybrid technology as I do about doing brain surgery on leopards. But anyway, let's see what's under here. Oh, God. Again, one-handed. Okay, here you've got a whole pile of wires. It looks like if you cut one of those things, you're going to get sent back across the street. That is the electric motor or the gas motor. I'll be honest with you, I don't have a clue. But it does have two motors in this. It's got a very small four-cylinder double overhead cam engine that assists the larger electric motor. Both of them can drive the front wheels, though the electric motor doesn't most of the time. There's different settings you can put on to make them assist each other, have one or the other. In a combined driving mode, this thing can put out about 207 horsepower, which makes it pretty peppy for an electric car. Again, the most absolutely gorgeous 20-inch wheels. That's riding brand new 20-inch tires that I had to buy, so enjoy those. Let's have a look inside. So the Cadillac Q system in the dashboard gives you this big dramatic flare-up when you open it. I'm hoping to catch it here. Well, we're not getting it. Anyway, we'll get it when we hit the button. You can see, first of all, this is crystal claret, whatever you want to call it, metallic tri-coat, pearl coat outside. Gorgeous color. Really, really beautiful, and it contrasts just lovely with this premium ivory leather inside. You can see it does have back seats if you need somewhere to put your lapdog or other small items like possibly Canadians. Nobody else is going to fit back there. It's pretty weak. But, you know, the thing is a luxury coupe, and that's what it's designed to be. On the door panel, just look at the incredible materials Cadillac used. Somebody snuck real wood into General Motors. Let's give that guy a big round of applause. It's got this beautiful Alcantara suede look. Leather, hand-stitched leather. They did not skimp on the materials on this car. That Alcantara suede and leather carries over onto the dashboard, carries over onto that beautiful headliner. Again, the beautiful leather seats. Just lovely all around. And let's hop in this thing and get dramatic. I'll put my seatbelt on. You're gonna forgive me, too many cups of coffee this morning and a crappy night's sleep. Had a wiener dog emergency. The thing woke up coughing. It was very frightening. He coughed just long enough to get to the vet and spend $650 on emergency stuff. Then he was perfect right after that. They couldn't find anything. All right, so let's close the door. I don't know if I got that all the way, but let's say I did. Press that start-stop there. And just look at the drama from the LED display and the Cadillac Q over there. Pretty impressive stuff. All right, you see that LED, whatchamacallit, instrument cluster. Absolutely gorgeous and very customizable. Different features. All right, so of course, when you have your phone connected to the Q system, it shuts off the camera when you're filming and starts up. Anyway, we're back. So this beautiful LED instrument cluster, very customizable. You can see if I go left on the select button, you can have your phone display, audio. Let's see what audio looks like. Yeah, there's Bluetooth audio, information. Select, that'll show up there, your trip stuff. We're averaging about 50 miles per gallon. That's because I've been beating on it. I like the nav. I think that's the coolest setup. We're going to do that. All right. You can see over on the left-hand side here is the power of the battery. That's in the green. We got a range of about 34 miles. On the right side, that's your gasoline. It took about $20 to fill the tank from empty, so that was kind of cool. There we've got about 193 miles. Now, if I scroll through the mode settings here, you see that'll come up. You've got Tour, Sport, Mountain, and Hold. The Hold is pretty cool stuff. Now, what that does is if you're taking a highway trip somewhere, you see how it shaded out the EV range, and you just see the fuel range. On Hold, it's only running the the gasoline motor. So you do your highway drive, you get back to the city, and switch it back to Tour, and then you got your electric use instead of using it all up on the highway. So pretty neat feature. If you go to Tour, that's going to use the electric before it uses the gas. That's what you want to use if you're just commuting to work. Sport, you know, a little bit silly. It really doesn't do much. Changes the throttle response, dampens the springs a little bit. This thing isn't a race car. Mountain gives you a combination of your EV motor and your gas motor. You know, for when if you hammer it, it kicks on the gas in a way it won't do in Tour. If you're in touring mode, you hammer it, you're electric only. You got to be in Mountain to get the gas motor to kick in and join in, and that's where you get those full 200 horse. This whole thing is customizable. So if I go over here and hit select, you can go between miles and, let's see what we got here. Miles and kilometric US. All right, I don't know how the hell you're doing this. Speed warning, tutorials that can teach you stuff, your open source software, that's something you need. But anyway, I don't know where the hell it was. Somewhere in here you can change the whole way the dashboard looks, which is pretty cool stuff. What's this thing? Go back here. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here's our layout. So we can have, what is this now? This is classic layout. Modern enhanced, classic enhanced, and modern. Let's see what modern enhanced looks like. All right, pretty cool stuff. All right, I'm going to go back to classic enhanced. I think I prefer that. All right, there it is. Anyway, you can spend time with that thing. You make it look how you want to. Behind these steering wheel, and I love these light up buttons. They're all black when the car is off, then they light up. This is the regenerative braking. In other cars, that sometimes works when you take your foot off the gas, like in an i3 or in a Tesla. You take your foot off the accelerator and the car sort of starts braking itself. And what that's doing is winding up the electric motor to recharge the battery. You know, in this case, Cadillac gives you the option of using it as you like it. So when you take your foot off the gas, you're just coasting as normal. You pull this guy back here, it starts, you know, charging the battery, which gives you a braking effect. And it's kind of a fun thing to do. You're flying around town, you come to a stoplight, instead of hitting the brakes, you hit this guy. It'll slow you way down and charge the battery at the same time. Doesn't give you a ton of juice, but it's fun to use. Going back into my hold mode, I'm going to hold some electric power here. Okay, over here, the Cadillac Q system. Look at this beautiful, you know, incredible piano black with the, I don't know what the hell you call that, some sort of nickel-plated finish. Really, really lovely stuff. You can get into your navigation. There's that. I'm shaking this morning, got all the caffeine. Get into your Bluetooth telephone. Nice stuff, which we are paired, I know, since it shut it off. Weather, climate, you know, so on and so forth. We got a reverse camera, of course. Very, very cool stuff. Let's see, go over to our energy screen. You can have a look at how the car is doing, you know, what the usage is. It's just really fun to use. All of these things work well. Your volume slide like that. You got your heated seats there. Of course, that's a must in any electric car. They want you to turn off the climate control and just use the heated seats. The hell with that. Very nice standard shifter here and a beautifully designed center console. And now we get into one of my favorite features in this entire car, and that does include the soft touch glove box. So pretty neat stuff there. But look at this. It has a power cup holder lid. I mean, if that is not the greatest addition to any car, I just don't know what is. So pretty neat stuff there. Again, that beautiful dash. Lovely, lovely. The real matte wood. Up top, you've got this cool mirror that looks like something from a, you know, 57 Cadillac. Frameless, beautiful to look at, self-dimming. You've got all your OnStar controls. The Alcantara suede look headliner continues there. Just love it. Absolutely love it. Cadillac did a beautiful job designing this car. I get it. You know, people aren't, they didn't want to pay 76 grand for this thing. But let me tell you, what an incredible machine it is at any price. You just have to love it. All right, so right now we're running on hold. I'm going to go back to tour. Let's see this guy with this dog. He thinks a Starship Enterprise shuttle is passing him. I'm going to go back and select the navigation so we look like we're better there on the display. You know, it's doing what electric cars are supposed to do. It's running silently and lovely. That is one of the nice features. I mean, I love the sound of a big internal combustion engine, but there's something cool about this little Jetsons theme as well. Pretty good response from that electric engine. The car's no rocket ship, but you'd never know it because of the instant torque from the electric motor. Steering is really precise. They say this probably has the best steering of any electric hybrid, Toyota, you know, Volt, whatever. It's really, really nice steering in this car. Nice little leather grippies there at the 10 and 2. You know, the new tires are, of course, bone quiet. So just going down the road is a lovely, lovely feeling. And people are looking at this thing going, what the hell is it, you know? Honestly, if this car had been around in the 80s, they probably would have used it in Back to the Future instead of the DeLorean. All right, so now look, here I am. I'm on my electric power. Now I'm not going to use the brake. I'm instead going to clip this guy here, and you see the way the battery's going to start charging with that regenerative braking. So that's pretty neat stuff. Very, very cool. What a fantastic car. I just absolutely love driving this thing. I really do in so many ways. You're going to have a hard time getting it off me. I bought it. I secretly wanted to delay myself marketing it so I could drive it around for a while, and I have, and that's been enjoyable. So there it is, 2014 Cadillac electric plug-in hybrid. Nice balance. If you want an electric car, but you still got to make a trip to the next town every once in a while, then this is the way to go. Full electric cars are great, but who wants to wait to charge them just to take a long trip? This thing you could drive from, Florida to California and put it in the hold mode, save your electric power, and it really is just like any car on the road. So really, really neat car. 2014 Cadillac ELR. Beautiful inside and outside. Can't even remember the miles on this thing. I think about 35,000. One owner, clean Carfax, new tires. Come get this thing. Have some fun. 239-649-7300 on the web at mercedesexpert.com. Thanks so much for having a look. We really appreciate it. We'll see you with the next one. Take care.